Okay, okay. Yay. Now look. I didn't get my notes out because I'm not supposed to be before y'all long, like the church say. But anyways. Oh, I can turn my closed captions on. And I need that. Anyways, we here now. For those of you who don't know me or just experiencing me for the first time, I am Stephanie H., your light skinned friend, because it looks like I'm super dark. Give me a second. I was over here making reels before my live started, y'all. So that's why my lighting ain't right. Where did it go? Oh no, it locked me out. Okay, give me 1 second so I can get logged back in. There we go. We are back. I can see that you guys can see me, so give me a second. So I can actually see your comments as you are coming in. Here we go. So I tried to fix my lighting. It did not work, but it's okay. We're here now. I didn't even get to do my introduction. Good morning. My name is Stephanie H., your profitable system strategist. And today we're going to talk about why, 5 reasons why you need systems as a melanin mama. So first and foremost, I still feel like I sound like a whole dude. Oh, y'all can't hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, sugar. Okay, they can't hear me. Anyways, so I still feel like I sound like Steven. I'm drinking my water and my lemonade, and I feel like I need maybe get some hot tea or some coffee so I can restore my voice before next week. But as a profitable system strategist, I help you organize your offers, optimize your tech, and automate your income generating activities. Now, as moms, our work is never done. Like literally, we wake up in the morning. As soon as our feet hit the floor, sometimes before our feet even hit the floor, we got demands upon our life. Okay? People want to eat. People need help putting their pants on the right way. People need help finding a shoe, a sock, packing lunches if you have to do that. Getting everybody in the car on time, taking where they need to go. And I know for some moms that's not the case. Sometimes you just got to feed the little person and kiss your husband as he's going out the door. Or sometimes we're doing it all by ourselves. But the point of the matter is, when we are operating in the space of being a mom, which is already 2 full-time jobs. Hey, Kay. Well, it's actually, I think the last research I seen on it was it's like literally 17 jobs all rolled into one thing. So that job is already a lot. And for the most part, we don't, we can't or we choose not to automate or outsource those things because we're like, oh, I gotta take care of my baby, I gotta take care of my family. Okay, we get it, right? But in business, we can't keep that same mentality. In business, we have to put something in place so that we can remove ourselves from actively doing all of the work so that we can be present in that other place. So if that other place is being present with your spouse, being present with your children, being present with other things that bring you joy, other things that fill your cup outside of running your business. Hey, Nicole. Then that's where systems come into play. Okay. Systems are like systems we type. Okay. You know, we don't go together or nothing, but we are click type. I love, love, love what systems has done for me and my business. And I love to see how it has helped other business women. Okay. So the first reason, and probably like my favorite reason to implement systems as a melanin mogul mama. Why you need it is because you can eliminate mundane and tedious tasks. I know that every morning when I get up, the thing that is just like, I wish I didn't have to, is making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Okay. My kids will eat their weight in peanut butter and jelly. And I found that we could buy some of the things. Hey, Jess, some of the pre-made peanut butter and jelly, but they don't like the pre-made peanut butter and jelly. So I still have to make it. And I still have to get up every morning and actually put peanut butter jelly mixture on bread, package it up, cut it, and make it ready for little people. So that system don't work. Okay. So what in business, my equivalent of making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches is checking, sending email. Baby, if I never had to send another email, it'd be all too soon. But since I put the system in place, I don't have to do it as much. I know exactly when I need to do it. I know exactly what I need to say. I know exactly how often I have to go in there and write some more. That implementing that system has allowed me to break down sending emails into several smaller chunks so that it doesn't feel like I'm even writing an email. It just gives me a way to make that process, change my perspective about the process, and then allow me to do it in a way that is not so overwhelming. Okay. Systems is the way for you to change your perspective and change your process about how you do a thing. So that's number one reason, to eliminate mundane and tedious tasks. It cannot eliminate making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Okay. I tried it, it did not work. The second reason that you need to have systems in your business is that you can reduce expenses and increase profits. So what that really, really means is that you have more money to spend on the things that you want to spend it on. I know me and Jess were talking about over the weekend at BHO, hey girl, and all these other ladies that I met. But we were just talking about Charlotte Tilbury, who I don't know nothing about, okay? Jess was putting me on and telling me about how she is the bee's knees in the makeup space. And with my business model, it's just me and an independent contractor from time to time. It's just me and my subscriptions. It's just me and maybe a person I'm collaborating with. It's just me and my clients. So when it comes down to when the money comes in and it's time for me to pay a bill, depending on how many independent contractors I'm working with, or how I'm splitting the money with my collaborator, and what other things that I have to, my subscriptions, which typically don't change. Excuse me. My subscriptions that typically don't change. I usually get to keep or write myself a check for anywhere between 60 and 80% of the money that comes in, because my overhead is super, super, super low. I'm paying pretty much the same amount every month to keep my business running, up and running, right? And then a lot of the things I don't have to do every day because my systems are set up and it's automatically being done, or I'm being reminded to do those things. So it reduces the amount of time I actually have to do. So it reduces the amount of money I have to spend to do my job and run my business. And then you get to see how it separates revenue from profit. Because when I'm looking at what it costs for me to do business, and actually what I'm bringing in, it's a clear separation. And it reduces the amount of times I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna have to rob Peter to pay Paul, and hope and pray that I don't get robbed by Bob, okay? Third reason why you need systems in your business as a Melanie Mogul mama, to increase efficiency. So just like I was telling you about making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, if there was some way that I could make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at night and then they still be good for the people in the morning to take to school, baby, that is what I would do. But since that's not a real thing, I implement the same thought process to writing those emails, which I told y'all I do not like. I do not like them here, there, or anywhere, right? So because I know that that's a thing that I have to do in this business to be successful, I broke it down in those smaller chunks so I can do it in a way that changes my mind about actually doing that thing, and it makes me more efficient. You know how many emails I can write with my process, with that process that I have set up? Do you know how many blogs I can write, how many social media posts I can set up, how many reels I can make just by how I have it all set up in my behind the scenes? It makes it easy and it makes it efficient. Okay? Like, I spend way less time worried about what I actually have to talk about. And most of the time, I forget to post it. That's the real problem. So that's why having systems is important. It gives you exactly what you need to do. It tells you exactly what you need to do to be more successful, more efficient in your business. So you're not spending all day and all night strictly working on your business. You can be present with your kids, with your spouse, with yourself, okay? Because you still need to be tuned in to your MVP, which is you. The fourth reason why you need systems in your business is passive income. Y'all, I'm so sick of hearing about sleep coins. Sleep coins, is this the only time I can make money? Whether if I'm awake or if I'm asleep? No. If I'm awake at work, one way, or if I'm asleep, no. I like to make playground coins, vacation coins. Yes, come on. I want to make coins every time I look around. I want to be sitting at my computer doing live sessions and get that notification that a payment has been processed. I want to be sitting and talking on the telephone and see, oh, a payment has been processed. I want to be able to be on vacation with my kids and know that I didn't do anything except for set up systems in my business and see that a payment has been processed. I don't make just sleep coins. I make coins at the playground, on vacation, anywhere, everywhere I go. That's where I want to make money. So when I have these systems in place, it's going to help capture, nurture, and convert my leads into paying clients. And those paying clients will have all the tools they need for me to be successful. Then I will have from them everything I need to help them become successful. And that's all a part of having systems. And that makes it passive because I get paid without even having to show up. They might have watched the video, they might have clicked the link, but I'm not physically there, which is the whole point. Y'all, I didn't get into business to actually have a job. That was the number one reason why I was moving from my regular smuggler job. And I won't say it was a 9 to 5 because it wasn't. It was like a 12 to 12. I was always in there. I was trying to make as much money as I possibly could. But then I realized that I wasn't really making more money. I was just spending more time trying to make more money. And I still ended up having to pay more for childcare, more for food outside the house, more for the guilt that I was feeling because I used to have mom guilt like out of the wazoo. Sometimes it still get on me, but being in this space and being an entrepreneur, I can shift what I am doing so I can better fill my cup so that I can pour from my overflow to my kids and to the other people around me. That's why it's so important for you to have systems. Systems allow you to actually bring your business yes, actually run your business without having to be there all the time, having to be strapped to your laptop. So Kay just said, someone asked her at our conference this weekend at VHO, have you gotten sales and how have you gotten sales and follow up with leads, automations? That's what good tech and systems will do for you. Absolutely, Kay gets it. Okay, Kay knows, and other people that are watching this, you know this. You know that what's the people? Sheen, what's some people? What's the other one? Doggone. I don't shop with them, so I can't tell you. Walmart, Target, they have even Starbucks. They have the fiercest follow up, and they have the dopest automations. They will, Sephora, Ulta, anywhere you shop, Fashion Nova, thank you, Kay. They have if they got into a fight and they wanted to tell somebody, they wanted to pick a part of their business that was going to hold it down, it would be their follow up. It would be their automations. Because the goal of their automations is to make sure that they're on the forefront of your mind and it works. Amazon. How can I forget about Amazon? Amazon got a Prime Day, a Lime Day, a this day, a that day. They got a special. They say, if you give us $13 for no apparent reason at all, and we'll call you a Prime member. And then you can get your stuff early. But baby, it's still the same amount of time that everybody else gets their stuff. It is so ridiculous. But I am a Prime member, okay? That's why I know. That is the beauty of systems. That is how you get to see people out here living their best life and making millions of dollars. It's not because they shut at their computer. It's not because they're working harder than you. It's because they changed their mind about how they're going to run their business, and they've decided that they were not going to be strapped to the laptop, stuck in the office and worried about, did I get an email? They're going to set things in place so that it automatically happens. So that while they're in the car line picking their kid up, they ain't got to freak out about how they can't respond to their email. While they're at the grocery store picking up groceries, they got to freak out about their client, their request from their client. While they're on vacation and something breaks in their business, guess what? It's going to be okay because they have their system set up. Now, I know I said that, removing those mundane and tedious tasks is my favorite part, but let me run it back. So like I told y'all, I used to work many moons ago. I worked a regular job. I worked in customer care. I did face-to-face and I did over the phone. So I was a customer service representative. And I worked for USAA. I worked for Blue Cross Blue Shield. I worked for, AT&T. when AT&T was not Singular. Yeah, when they were AT&T, and I worked in the business department. So working for these big businesses and seeing how much they focus on having specialized people in this place to care for their customers. I know a lot of us on the outside looking in like, oh, they're just a customer service agent, but you don't realize how much training we go through so that we can know how to anticipate your need just based on how you cussed us out. So the beauty of what I do when I build systems for my clients, we examine it from a lead enrichment perspective. Lead enrichment is where we gather as much information as we possibly can about our leads so we can nurture them in the way that feels the most organic, most genuine. Now, you can ask anybody in my house. I forget people's birthdays. I know my kid's birthday, I know my birthday, I know the people in my house birthday. But other people, like even on Facebook, when Facebook tells me somebody's birthday, I would still forget to go and say happy birthday. But because I know who I am as a person and I know how that makes people feel, I set up automations based on the information I have for my clients. So if I have their birthday information, then I will send them a little something for their birthday. I don't actually go in there and do it. My system says it's such and such's birthday. It is trained to know to send them an email to say happy birthday. And I ain't got to pay nothing extra. It works 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And it works from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. all day and all night. All day and all night. I don't ever have to pay extra. You know, like overtime. I don't have to do none of those things. But when we focus on building systems from a client perspective, we get more qualified leads, more sales conversions, and we have more conversations that lead to conversions. The more you know, the more ways you can actually serve them in their pain points, serve them in their goals, serve them in that space where they're like, people just don't understand me. Serve them in a way that's going to help you stand out when they're seeking out a coach, when they're seeking out a consultant, when they're realizing that they want to be a part of your community. Why? Because they see that you get it. They see that you're paying attention. Lead enrichment is our secret weapon. Lead enrichment is gaining additional insights on our potential clients so that we can love on them in a way that they've never been loved on before by a coach, client, consultant, mentor, whichever title that you're carrying. For you, it's beneficial to gain as much information as you possibly can so that you can meet them where they are and take them where they want to go, especially as women in business. We really, really, really need that sisterhood, that community that's going to help us go further. Having people around us to validate our experiences and really, really, really help us shift our perspective as we're looking at all of these things that we have to do in our business. So just a quick recap. The 5 reasons why you need to implement systems in your business as a millennial mogul mama. 1, you will eliminate tedious and mundane tasks. 2, you will reduce expenses and increase profits. What that really means is you have more money to spend on what you want to spend it on, and money to invest and save. 3, you increase efficiency, which means that you have more time to do the things that you want to do with your family, by yourself, with the dog, with your mom. It don't matter. You can do whatever you want. Passive income. We are not only making sleep coins when you're making with the Queen coin, you're making vacation coins, you're making playground coins, you're making Target coins, because you might even make a sale in Target messing around with me. There are so many different ways that you should be getting paid outside of just when you go to bed. That's just that trend on the intranets, on the interwebs, telling you that you should be making money in your sleep. That's not the only place you should be making money. And 5th is lead enrichment that will allow you to get more qualified leads and sales conversions and have more conversations that lead to conversions. So I am so happy that you are catching this live. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. If you are catching this on the replay, put hashtag replay and let me know which one of these reasons is the reason why you want to implement systems in your business. And I will see you guys not next Thursday, but the following Thursday. And we'll be talking about, I don't know, maybe we'll talk about lead scoring and lead enrichment, really take a deep dive into what that is so you can start implementing these things in your business. I cannot wait to share with you guys. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me for Live at Lunch. I am your girl, Stephanie H., your profitable system strategist. I help you organize your offers, optimize your tech, and automate your income generating activities.